Anas, massive tremors felt in large parts of North India, including here in New Delhi, in parts of Pakistan. What more do we know at this stage? Of course, the epicenter was in Afghanistan, and at the moment we are told that it was a 6.5 magnitude earthquake. Are there any initial reports of any kind of damage that might have been caused by this earthquake?
Neha, I've never seen or felt any such thing ever in my life. The worst of the earthquakes that Pakistan had to face or endure was the 2005 earthquake, the 8th of October 2005, which saw largely damage and death and destruction in parts of the Pakistan-administered Kashmir side. That was on Richter scale 8.2. Initially, this came, the report suggested that this earthquake was on the Richter scale 7.7. And this lasted for about 40 seconds or 30-35 seconds at least. This is what experts say. The Pakistan Meteorological Department has put out its statement saying that their radars detected seismic activity at about 6.8 of magnitude and the depth being 180 kilometers. I live in a high-rise, and the high-rise that I live in, it literally shook. We were evacuated and escorted to a safe open space, and there are thousands of residents of this particular area where I live in who are still out there in the open, out of a fear that there can probably or possibly be an aftershock. But this and scenes like this we've seen all across the country, or all across the northern side of the country, be that be parts of Lahore, be that be parts of Faisalabad, Multan, Swabi, Swat, Peshawar, and elsewhere. So it was felt with a lot of intensity, and from Afghanistan to Pakistan and onwards to India, everything literally shook. Now, as we speak, the National Disaster Management Authority of Pakistan, the NDMA, they're still assessing the damage in case if there is any loss of human lives, God forbid, or in case if there is loss of any property. But it is a bit too early to say that. The weather pundits, or those who have been tracking the seismic activities, they've been warning off for another aftershock that can possibly follow. So there's a lot of palpable fear that is there, that can be felt even while I stand over here, while I talk to you. But by and large, as time passes and as things get more and more clearer, only then we would be able to know the exact damage assessment in case if there has been any because of this earthquake. Neha?
Well, damage still being assessed, and you know, when you say, Anas, that you've not felt anything like this before, I think you speak for a lot of us. Let me in fact go back to Siddhant at this point. Siddhant, I would agree with Anas there. All of us felt the tremor so strongly that lasted for a very long time. We were on air live at that moment, and everything was shaking, including here in the WION studio. And we've seen how people rushed out of their homes everywhere in Delhi and perhaps many other parts of North India as well. Anas is reporting something similar happened in Pakistan. Any updates that we might have received from the Indian government on this?
Well, so far, while everyone was in a panic mode, and we all share the same sentiment when it comes to the earthquake, where it struck the everywhere in South Asia. We all felt in Islamabad, in Delhi, in Chandigarh, in other parts of the region. But essentially, it looks like there is no damage as of now in North India. Of course, usually the protocol is when earthquake strikes any part of India, immediately the government takes stock, the authorities take stock, and that, of course, I assume has been happening. But so far, there is no report of any major damage or even minor damage. But we have seen visuals coming as to how people were running out of their houses and taking to open spaces, and that, of course, is part of the usual protocol.
Right. Well, our thoughts and prayers certainly are with the people of Afghanistan who live in and near the epicenter of this massive earthquake, which, as we are saying repeatedly, has been felt by each one of us tonight. On that note, Siddhant Sibal and Anas Malik, thank you so much for bringing us all those details.